soon as I get through. Okay, so this episode of Shockwave starts with a vignette. We're in the back. Looks like we're in some kind of like weird warehouse setting, whatever. And it's Sting with Austin Aries. And Sting, he directs his attention to Disrespect It No More. And he tells them that he announces his first teammate for Uncensored. And it's going to be AA Austin Aries. And Austin Aries, he says he and Sting, they're not friends. They're not going to be writing each other Christmas cards. They don't even really get along. But here's the fact. Austin Aries has been sitting on his World Championship title shot stipulation for quite a while. And you know what? Nothing sounds quite as good as taking the belt from someone as arrogant, as narcissistic, as self-centered as MJF. And you know, why not destroy Disrespect It No More too while we're at it? Sting adds that Austin Aries, he has experience in battles like this, having fought Jon Moxley in the first ever non-sanctioned match for NGW, and then competing in the first ever Fight Without Honor or Humanity at Without Honor, that are War Games like match. And he says that when he was looking for teammates to go into Uncensored, Austin Aries was the first person who crossed his mind. And he said, yeah, it's going to be Sting and Austin Aries going into Uncensored. And Sting says, don't worry, there's still more to come. And that's when the other Sting with the mask that we saw on Shockwave the week before, he shows up. And Sting says, we're just now getting to the good part. And then the show starts with Kairi Sane versus Brittany Baker. Britt Baker versus Kairi Sane in the Mildred Burke Cup opening round. What'd you do for your birthday, Cyber? Can't even use the Raquel Gonzalez I like. What a shame. I'm big mad about it if you couldn't tell. But my God, how much better does this game look? Look at Kairi Sane in this game. Kairi Sane returned to NGW for the Mildred Burke Cup. Competed in that 8-woman battle royal on Shockwave 3 weeks ago. It's a weird, funny dance, all kinds of stuff. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Key. I don't have my equipment for Cabanarama. I used to have a Coke Cabana headband that actually said Cabanarama. So I'm bad about like suggesting people cash that in, because it really isn't gonna. We can do it if you guys want. It's just not gonna be as fun without all of my accoutrements. Kairi Sane looking to advance to the next round of the Mildred Burke Cup. And that's right, next week is the quarterfinal round of the tournament. And if Sane, the winner of this match, they're going to go on to meet Mickie James. Britt Baker or Kairi Sane. We're also going to get, this is the first look at the women's tag titles, by the way. Went out to eat at the local restaurant, bowling alley, arcade, axe throwing place to pregame, and ended up just doing axe throwing. Then went to Gamer Bar in Syracuse to drink and eat dinner. That sounds pretty fly. Who all went? Okay, I'm changing her theme song to Ricochet's. And there she is holding the new NGW Women's Tag Team title. I went with the blue strap for this one. I don't really know why. I always like the idea of each belt having a different color. So I went with like a navy. Little tinged blue. Damn, Cyber. Cyber balled out. I feel that. Britt Baker versus Kairi Sane starting us off now. And look at that. Kairi Sane has the wrist locked, and Britt Baker able to just roll through and tosses Kairi Sane in a big forearm. 2 forearms from Britt, and a stunner. Britt Baker, one of the most dominant champions in NGW, with her tag partner, Raquel Gonzalez. The way that they beat Shayna Baszler and Io Shirai. And here, what a God almighty, Britt Baker just dropping Kairi Sane face first. What a way to start off NGW Shockwave. Sting finding the first partner for that uncensored, non-sanctioned street fight, Austin Aries. Aries said he's going to be looking to cash in that NGW contract for the NGW World Championship. That's remember when Austin Aries first signed with the company, he announced that he had a guaranteed title shot in his contract. And he's been sitting on it. What's going on, tough guy? How you doing? He's been sitting on it for quite some time. Now looking to cash it in. But first, he wants to take MJF to hell and back. Uncensored, the first ever six-man tag, non-sanctioned street fight. And what a suplex from Kairi Sane. Could you imagine what happens if Britt Baker loses this match? The first of 3 champions in this women's tournament. And if she loses, Kairi Sane just beating the current NGW Women's Tag Champ. Kairi Sane with that beautiful chin lock in. Has the chokehold placed.
Beginning to look bad for her here. Wow. We've certainly seen her with
Britt Baker just not able to fight out of it. Were you able to find my people? Actually, no, because I switched games. So I haven't even looked. Super kick from Britt Baker. I switched off 2K20 to 2K19. And Baker, submission locked in.
Probably not. Oh, it's locked in. The crossface. It's over.
And look at Kairi firing off elbows to get out of that submission hold.
Not a lot of people can
Holding on, nursing that arm. What are the factions? Right now, Stephanie McMahon's queendom is Stephanie McMahon, Hikaru Shida, Apollo Crews, Wade Barrett, and Samoa Joe. And then there's Disrespected No More. And that is MJF, Baron Corbin, MJF, Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, Tyler Bate, Jeff Hardy, Cedric Alexander, and Sasha Banks. Big clothesline from Britt Baker. Drops Kairi Sane. And Baker goes for the cover. But look at the feet. Look at the feet on the middle rope. Sane kicks out. Referee had to watch for that. Watch those ropes. That's Britt Baker. Will try to skirt by any way she can. She's a fantastic competitor, but she's known to make shortcuts, create shortcuts for herself, and that's exactly what she just attempted. Kairi Sane with an Irish whip, sending Britt Baker to the corner. And Kairi Sane marching the plank, walking the plank at a big clothesline. And what's Kairi Sane got planned? So, yeah, tough guy, just message me, whisper me on Twitch who you want your wrestlers to be, and I'll look for them after the stream. Kairi Sane, big chin lock. She doesn't quite have that arm underneath the chin for this to be considered a sleeper hold. This looks more like a chin lock here. And she's cranking on it, really working that neck and chin.
Especially after the beating that's been delivered tonight.
Sane just coming off, firing on all cylinders here tonight. Knocking the referee down, unfortunately. She climbs the ropes, able to get to the top rope.
Kairi Sane, big move.
And there's that elbow. She gets all of it. Britt Baker could be eliminated here. And Kairi Sane with a big win, eliminating one half of the NGW Women's Tag Team Champions. Kairi Sane advances, and she goes on to face Mickie James in the next round of the Mildred Burke Cup.
This was another great moment.
And what is our next match? Shayna Baszler and Kairi Ray. Let's go. Let's go.
Your seats. We have singles action coming up next.
Kairi Ray made a big statement, big debut in NGW at Ride of the Valkyries when she defeated Manami Toyota. And now she's going on to face Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, the former contender for the NGW Tag Team Championships. Ooh, I like this theme song. Okay, this Kairi Ray CAW looks a million times better than the one on 2K20. Kairi Ray, man, she's ready for NXT. They need to get her off NXT UK and get her on NXT itself. I'd love to see her on the main show. I'd really even put her on Raw or SmackDown. She's that good. Kaylee Ray was looking to spoil Alexa Bliss's run to NGW Year One. Was planning on taking that Battlefield briefcase, but came up short. Alexa Bliss winning that match. And we all saw what happened in NGW Year One. Bliss went on to fight Hikaru Shida in a classic women's title match that Shida ultimately won. And a big upset happened earlier tonight. If you're just now tuning in, Britt Baker, one half of the NGW Women's Tag Team Champions, was eliminated from this tournament by Kairi Sane. That is one of the 3 champions who will not be going on to the next round of this tournament. You see Kaylee Ray pace around in that ring. The main event of tonight's show, NGW Television title match, Bret Hart defending that belt against Buddy Murphy. Kaylee Ray waiting for her opponent, a member of the Conquest. 1/4 of the Conquest, Shayna Baszler. And Baszler is ready for game time. Baszler and Io Shirai took it. They took it to Britt Baker and Raquel Gonzalez 2 weeks ago at NGW Year One. But unfortunately, the better team that night was Baker and Gonzalez. And now Shayna now shifting her attention toward advancing to the next round of the tournament. Unfortunately, Io Shirai not able to advance to the next round. And now it's up to Shayna Baszler to do it for the Conquest. You've missed one show. And we're discovering, we think 2K19 looks and plays better than 2K20, but we've also discovered that it too has its own set of problems. So it's like, it's weird that like certain game, like I don't understand why certain games take away from why they take features away. So you can't delete matches from this universe, but you can in 2K20's game. And I don't get why they would not. Why wouldn't you just have that in every version of the game? And look at Shayna working the body of Kaylee Ray. Yeah, you're right, Craig. 100%. Kaylee Ray with an Irish whip, sending Shayna Baszler into the corner. Baszler catches the kick, trips Britt Baker, and Baszler has an ankle. Look at that ankle lock applied. Just lowers her levels, puts more pressure on the ankle. Kaylee Ray, though, able to kick Shayna Baszler off. And we have a nice suplex, just dropping Shayna face first on the canvas. And a big forearm from Kaylee Ray. Shayna kick to the midsection, able to get out of it, and a big knee that just plants Kaylee Ray firmly on the canvas. And now Shayna working the legs. Kaylee catches the second. Hey, B-Bear Boy 44 is joined the Bad Guy Club. As a new member of the club, you receive a pair of sunglasses, a switchblade, and a leather jacket. So thank you for joining the Baddest Club on Twitch TV. And remember to stay bad, because being bad is fun. Shayna Baszler just smashing Britt Baker or Kaylee Ray's head across that top turnbuckle. Bell just got rung a little bit. Shayna just eats an elbow to the midsection, and Kaylee Ray clothesline Shayna over the top rope to the outside. Kaylee Ray climbs the top rope, and a big knee to the outside misses. My God, just hit nothing but mat. And Shayna sees that as an opportunity. Goes for a cover, and why wouldn't you? This is a big moment. Oh, shit. Kaylee kicks out at one. Man, honestly, before one, could you imagine the anger on Kaylee Ray's face if Shayna picked up the win from that high-risk maneuver? Kaylee Ray just going a little bit out of her comfort zone. That splash to the outside missing, and we're back in, but Kaylee Ray back in control. Placing Shayna on those ropes and throws a kick to the lower leg and a big knife edge chop. Just going to work on Shayna is Kaylee Ray. And oh, what a downward spiral, and she rose through, and she has a submission locked in. Shayna, however, just powers out of it. You know, Shayna is licking her wounds. So the NGW year one is a touchy subject for Shayna and Conquest. Absolutely, Bear, you can join. I don't know if I have my commands, so let's go over a couple of things. First off, join the Discord, because that's where I keep all the news and shit updated on the interactive universe. Second off, this is the list of available wrestlers. And Kaylee Ray, just beautiful drop kick to the back of Shayna Baszler. Kaylee stalking Shayna, waiting for Shayna to get to her feet.
And now she's paying for it. Like Michigan during our last presidential election.
And face first.
This might be it, guys.
Leg hook. This could be a big win for Kaylee. No, Shayna Baszler gets the shoulder up. Can't believe what we're witnessing here tonight. Austin Aries has joined Sting in Sting's crusade against Disrespect and No More. Aries saying that they're not friends. They really don't even like each other. But Sting needed someone who was familiar with war. And not only that, Austin Aries has a vested interest because Aries has a guaranteed title match in his contract. And Aries said he's looking to get that title match out of the way. But first, he wants to tear into MJF at Uncensored. So we know 2 of the 3 men for Team Sting. It's going to be Sting and Austin Aries against MJF, Drew McIntyre, and Tyler Bate in that non-sanctioned 6-man tag at Uncensored. That's going to be one hell of a main event, folks. Maybe one for the ages. Anything can go in that match. False count anywhere. No holds barred. Weapons allowed. And it's elimination style. This is something that Chicago, I think, is going to love. Look at Kaylee Ray. Kaylee Ray dropping Shayna with that flatliner. Shayna just not able to really find her footing in this match, and Kaylee Ray taking full advantage. You want Eric Rowan? Yeah, absolutely. That's a strange choice. And look at the work that Kaylee Ray just performing on Shayna Baszler. Shayna, though, able to fight out of it. Misses that knee, but comes back and fires off a right hand. And look at her just pick up Kaylee with that double leg and drop her to the canvas. So far in this tournament, we've seen a former NGW Women's Champion get eliminated from the tournament. Liv Morgan eliminated. Britt Baker, one half of the NGW Women's Tag Champions, has been eliminated. And Kaylee Ray dropping Shayna face first. That could be it. And Shayna Baszler knocked off by Kaylee Ray.
That match deserves another look, folks.
And Kaylee Ray went to the top rope with that splash. Completely missed. That was just completely missed the splash, but was, and Shayna taking advantage with a pinfall, but only got a 1 count. And then look at that choke. And Shayna just hits her with that elbow, breaks out of it. And then this right here, this did it all. Shayna getting dropped face first. Kaylee Ray picking up the pin.
She left it all in the ring, and I expected nothing less.
Here is your winner, Kaylee Ray.
And the first match of the night comes to an end in thrilling.
Kaylee Ray with a dominant victory tonight. Okay, so after that ends.
Don't go anywhere. We have a classic coming up. We have one of our breakout talents versus a formidable opponent. Who will reign supreme?
So, CM Punk comes out to the ring after the match is over, and the crowd is hyped for CM Punk. Punk slaps fives with fans and gets in the ring. The last time we saw Punk was at NGW Year 1, where he refused to tap out to the sharpshooter, and he passed out, giving Bret the title. Once in the ring, Punk gets a microphone. And he has no shame in admitting that Bret Hart was the better man that night. Said Bret Hart, he said he wanted the best, He wanted to wrestle the best in NGW, and he feels like he wrestled the very best in Bret Hart. They put on a show for these fans, and unfortunately Punk came up short, and he said that's okay because he knows he will earn that title match again. He knows he will get another shot at Bret, and he can't wait for the day when those two lock up one more time. And CM Punk says, looking forward, he found out that Uncensored will be in Chicago, and Punk wants to know what was NGW thinking going to Chicago and not asking Punk if he wants to be part of it. And Punk says he's gonna be at Chicago for Uncensored, and the crowd pops and they're excited, but then I don't know what part of this theme song you guys can hear. Finn Balor comes out. And this is not the demon Finn Balor. This is Balor Club, Rock and Rolla, Prince Devitt Finn Balor. He's back in his leather jacket. He comes out in jeans and he hits the ring. And he slides in the ring. And he gets the microphone and he looks at Punk and he says, "The king has returned and he's coming for the crown." And Balor says he understands that there's a pecking order in NGW. And he understands that he's been playing around. He's been wearing the face paint too much. He's been having a little fun. But now it's time to refocus. It's time to take back what's his. And it's time to earn that #1 contender spot in the ladder. But he can't do that unless he beats somebody like CM Punk, the guy who's recognized as being the guy in NGW. And so they face off. Finn Balor and CM Punk, they look each other face to face. And Balor says Punk wants to go to Chicago. He wants to go Uncensored. That's fine. He's going to be going to Uncensored, and he's going to be taking on the king, the prince himself. Finn Balor versus CM Punk has been announced for NGW Uncensored. And that takes us to our next match. Manami Toyota versus Raquel Gonzalez. Yeah, that's going to be the next show, Shadow. Craig, I don't know if you got to see the tag titles, but Raquel Gonzalez is coming out with one. And Manami Toyota has a tough task ahead of her tonight. She's going to be going one-on-one with Raquel Gonzalez, the other half of the NGW Tag Team Champions. And unfortunately, Britt Baker, the tag partner of Gonzalez, eliminated by Kairi Sane in a competitive match. Why did her outfit change? I've never seen that happen before. She just changed outfits mid-entrance. Okay. And there's the NGW Women's Tag Champion, Raquel Gonzalez. And the NGW Women's Tag Team Champion, Raquel Gonzalez.
Amazingly, guys, title match or not, she seems incredibly motivated to walk out of here tonight with the win. It's simple math, Cole. More wins equals more money. And isn't that what we're really...
Will she go the same fate? Will she have the same fate as her tag team partner, Britt Baker? And going against Manami Toyota, that's a tough challenge for anyone. But Raquel Gonzalez looks focused. She looks ready. So this is what Manami Toyota is wrestling in the ring. Okay, I got it. That's not the same outfit that I saw her in, but okay. They lock up and look at Raquel backing Manami Toyota into the corner. Referee gets in there, breaks them up, and Raquel backs up. And just look at her just picking Manami up and dropping her face first. The raw strength from Raquel Gonzalez. Just on full display. Now Manami, however, able to muscle Raquel into the ropes. Referee once again breaks them up on that rope. That's gotta break it apart for the rope break. Toyota, however, headlock locked in. And Raquel just able to back her to the ropes, sends her flying into the ropes. And, oh, look at Raquel with the speed, just gets down and hits Manami with a drop kick. And a big kick to the ribs from Raquel Gonzalez. Toyota rolls outside the ring, gets back in, and runs into another drop kick from Raquel. Raquel and Britt Baker, the most dominant champions in NGW. They've practically cleaned out the women's tag division. The new #1 contender was announced on NGW.com and on the NGW social media accounts. New NGW tag team contenders are Candice LeRae and Lita. When that tag title match will take place, we have no idea because right now, Raquel is still in this tournament.
Looks like she wants to be.
And that's going to be her first commitment, her first priority. She wins if she continues to advance in the tournament.
Gonna need to find a way to mount an offense here.
That tag title match is going to have to wait until after, as Manami just drops her with a low angle German suplex. Really, in that scenario, she used Raquel Gonzalez's weight against her, did Manami Toyota. Very expert strategy. You could tell Manami Toyota, so many years in this wrestling business, fought some of the best names. Aja Kong
Oh no, we've got a problem here.
being one of them.
Kidding. Who knows what'll happen?
Linus Asuka, another name that comes to mind. And a big boot from Raquel Gonzalez. Arm drag from Manami Toyota, however. And looked like Manami got the better of that exchange as she places Raquel Gonzalez head first in that turnbuckle. And look at Gonzalez just flipping Manami Toyota, dropping her on her back.
She's starting to sweat a bit.
Fireman's carry.
But you can bet she has plenty.
Can you get Molly Holly? Hell yeah. Message me on Discord your picks so that I have them for sure. So you want Eric Rowan and Molly Holly.
No reverses it.
Raquel kicks Manami Toyota off. Irish whip from Manami, however, sending Raquel Gonzalez into the turnbuckle.
Wait a minute.
Raquel placed high on that top rope. What does Manami have planned here off the top rope? Look at that. Beautiful maneuver off the top rope.
This could be it for her. You're not gonna get her that easy.
And Manami almost had it, but Raquel kicks out at 2. And Manami stalking Raquel. This could be it.
Oh no.
There it is, dude. That move is so good. That was her finisher in real life, and it was gorgeous. And a 2 count. Raquel kicked out of it.
Came here to fight, not lay down. Boom, what a kick.
And that gives Manami. Manami says, let's keep going after it. Let's keep going after it. She got that electric chair drop, that straight jacket electric chair drop, and got a 2 count from it. And Manami continuing the assault.
Gets the shoulder.
And another 2 count.
And the match continues.
Manami sidesteps Raquel and runs into a power slam from Manami Toyota.
How much more she can take?
This could be a big moment.
She looks shocked right now.
Uppercut from Raquel Gonzalez.
Wildest dreams. She
And look how she just effortlessly picks up Toyota with a big power slam of her own.
the win here, guys.
And that looked like that took a lot out of Manami Toyota, and we have a pin.
Shoulders down.
Manami kicks out at 2.
She's still in this one.
Anybody's ball game in this match. A big kick. Toyota back to her feet in a daze. And Raquel sees it and just drops her with a big, a chokeslam spine buster hybrid maneuver. And only it's a 2 count again.
Yeah, but you have to be
Manami has a lot of fight.
trouble here.
Refusing to stay down.
She's licking.
And Raquel says, that's fine. Stay down. Because I got something for you. And she just takes her head off her shoulders. Does Raquel in another pin. And this time, she puts the exclamation mark on Manami Toyota. That clothesline finishing the match.
And here's a look back at some of the action from the previous match.
A dominant performance from Raquel Gonzalez. Look at that straight jacket suplex.
Man, this was great.
Raquel Gonzalez moves on to the next round. That was actually a pretty good match. Very back and forth.
Who could forget this?
The dominance from the NGW Tag Team Champion continues. Just pancaking Manami Toyota.
Paid to watch this amazing action.
Just look at that chokeslam. That could have ended it. And Manami stayed alive. Got the shoulder up. And Raquel then took her out with that lariat. Showing up and showing out. That's right, man. Can't hate on him for that. All right. So,
We have a great matchup coming up next. We have Sasha Banks taking on some tough competition. Who will reign
after the match, we go to another segment with Bray Wyatt. And the camera cuts backstage. We have what looks like a TV show set. And it's Bray Wyatt. He pops up on screen and he says, "Hiya, Next Generation Wrestling. It's your Firefly friend, Bray Wyatt. And oh my gosh, I have a lesson for you guys today. Today, we're going to teach you about science. And the subject of science this week is geology. Let's talk about rocks." And then an image of the Rock shows up. "That's not a rock, silly. That's the Rock, the people's champion. Hey, Rock, I smell what you're cooking." And Bray Wyatt, he moves his arms off camera and he comes back. He has a stack of pancakes. "Pancakes, Rock, pancakes. Gee golly willikers, I am very excited because you're going to be at Chicago. And so will he. Will you play with them, Rock? I hope you do. I hope you let him in." And Wyatt is staring at the camera very intensely. And it's a little intense, a little scary. And then he puts on a big grin. "Bye now, guys." And that's it for the Firefly Funhouse segment. What a weird moment. And we go to our next match. Hikaru Shida versus Sasha Banks. This is the final match in the opening round of the Mildred Burke Cup.
It's boss time. Here comes Sasha.
Making her way to the ring.
And I don't understand what Bray Wyatt's plan is. He's been almost fixated on The Rock, talking about letting The Rock in, or wanting The Rock to let him in to play with, I guess, Wyatt, as a very special friend of Wyatt's. Says he's coming to NGW Uncensored and wants to know if Rock is ready for him. I don't know if the Rock is aware of what he got himself into. I'm not even aware what he got himself into. Wyatt has just not been the same. We saw what happened with The Undertaker. Ministry of Darkness no more, apparently. Finn Balor back, and Finn Balor says he wants to go after who he considers one of the aces of NGW, saying that Balor wanting a piece of CM Punk. And there's the NGW Unified Women's World Champion, Hikaru Shida,
World Champion.
with Stephanie McMahon, part of that queendom.
Corey, I can't think of a better way to kick off this night. I don't know. Part of me hoped Saxton would have got lost on the way to the announcement.
And how about Apollo Crews and Wade Barrett dominating Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon at NGW Year 1? Triple H, however, managing to beat Samoa Joe. But right now we have the final match in the opening round of the tournament of the Mildred Burke Cup. We have Sasha Banks from Disrespected No More wrestling Hikaru Shida from Stephanie McMahon's Queendom.
And there's the bell. And here we go.
And we get a lock-up center of the ring.
You can show someone who's new to
Sasha cranking that arm.
say, this is what
But look how Hikaru Shida able to get out of that maneuver.
forward to this.
Trips up Sasha.
Man, you just can't knock the swagger out of the boss's game. Why do
Sasha tries to fire off some elbows.
when they come out of your mouth?
Shida blocks and goes to work on that arm. The final round. So right now the tournament is looking pretty good. It looks like it's Alexa Bliss versus Kaylee Ray in a rematch. Raquel Gonzalez versus Tamina, Battle of the Powerhouses. And Kairi Sane against Mickie James. This match is Bayley. Bayley will face the winner of Shida versus Banks.
To the ropes, and the ref
Shida kicks out. And Sasha just right back on the attack, just not letting it lay go through. And Shida fires an elbow to get out of that grapple. And a big runs into her with a Hurricane Rana, taking her off her feet. Sasha misses. Sasha slides all the way to that kick. And beautiful inverted DDT, tilt-a-whirl style. Sasha has designs on bringing the women's title to Disrespected No More. And a great way to do that is by knocking out the Unified Women's World Champion in the very first round of the tournament. Could you imagine what Disrespected No More will do if Sasha Banks wins this match, beats the champion in the first round? We won't hear the end of it. We already aren't hearing the end of it with MJF as the world champion. Irish whip from Shida. Shida throws the knee, catches Sasha Banks right on the chin and grabs the legs and, oh, big massive slam. And picks Banks back up and has no trouble doing it. Suplex, gets all of it. And what is Shida here? Looks like we have a Falcon Arrow perhaps. Yep, she got it. We've seen her win many a match with that Falcon Arrow. This time Stephanie giving her the signal to keep it going. And she goes for a second move. And it looks like a Death Valley driver. No, Sasha off the shoulders, inverted DDT. And that just probably not the wisest decision from Shida. Shida probably should have looked to end it with that Falcon Arrow, but since allying with Stephanie McMahon, she's put in a whole new attitude. And what Sasha got planned here? What is this? DDT on the apron, my God, spiked Shida. And the crowd on their feet. No. Back on the outside. Both women back up. Elbow from Shida. Shida throws Sasha Banks back into the ring. Stephanie McMahon just rooting Shida on. And Shida tossing Sasha Banks into a corner. Sasha fights out of it, however. And oh, we've seen Sasha do this before. That bridge into the knees, my God. Shida did not like that. Neither did Stephanie McMahon as Banks goes for a pin. And a 1 count. How tough is Hikaru Shida? How tough is Shida? Wanting to hold on to that NGW women's title. And Banks goes right back to work. Going after the shoulder, going after the arm. Look at that, pinning the arm down. And just stomping on the elbow. And now going after the shoulder blade. Sasha Banks just not slowing down in this match. And what does Banks have planned here? What is that? The bankrupt net breaker. And Sasha just continuing to go to work. That elbow is in a lot of trouble.
She's got something in mind.
And Banks is okay with that.
And Sasha with the backstabber.
And there's the backstabber, and there's the submission, the bank statement.
The back statement. Man, she knows how to make a comeback.
Oh, Shida could tap out right here. I don't see her getting to those ropes in time. No, Shida rolls out, pinfall. Shida has a pin. No, a 1 count. And Sasha can't believe it, caught by surprise, and Shida kicks Sasha Banks in the back, and now goes right to work on the arm. Shida back in this match. And now Shida going to the top, it looks like. We've not seen Shida on that top rope in NGW. She comes off with an elbow drop and gets it. And Shida cranking that neck.
Look at the torque.
Just really, that neck is, just focusing on the neck. And if Sasha's had issues with, another Falcon Arrow from Shida. Yeah, that might be it. And a 2 count. This time Shida can't believe it. Look at the face. Look at that face on Stephanie McMahon, that shocked look, and now Shida taunting. And a big knee from Shida to Sasha. Shida sees that as a chance for another pin. And this time she gets it, and Shida moves on to the next round. So 2 of the 3 champions make it to the quarterfinals, and it's gonna be Hikaru Shida taking on Bayley in the next round of the tournament.
Look at her go. She's taking care of business.
Here is your winner.
Shida, dominant title run.
To start the show.
Continues her. Shida has not lost them. She's lost 1 tag match. Shida has been undefeated in singles action. Okay. I think that was the final match of the show because MJF is doing a promo. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a 5-match. I'm going to do a 6-match Shockwave. And the first match is going to be Bret Hart defending the title against Buddy Murphy. And that's going to be the main event of this episode of Shockwave. Okay. I don't care about that. They should those should be optional if you want those in your game or not, I think. Good job, Crow. If I see one more of these fucking promos, cool. So the main event of this one is Rollins versus Daniel Bryan, or Rollins versus Pentagon. That's gonna be your outfit if you win the title. You're gonna go gold when you're in title matches. My God, kid. It should be 90 versus 90. I don't know why it says. Oh, because he has his +2 stat. I was gonna say, I don't get it. I don't get it. Walk around in my fence and I don't get it. All right, let me go to the announcements. Penta looks nasty in this one. Yeah, this version of Penta looks more like the real version than what 2K20 had. I also really like the Orange Cassidy in this one too. So we have in this one Bailey versus Hikaru Shida. And then it's someone's cosplay of Bane. Yeah, you're really not wrong though. To be 100 with you. And then this is Alexa versus Kaylee Ray. This game has its own set of problems too, though. They're nowhere near as egregious as what 2K20 does. 2K20 is downright like just disgusting. Mickey James versus I can't believe Britt Baker lost. That's crazy. Craig O'Mac lost, bro. So now it's Kairi Sane versus Mickey James. And then we have this is Gonzalez versus Tamina. This Orange Cassidy looks like hey, nothing wrong with that. That's fire. This is Gonzalez versus Tamina. You've been serving hard times. Dude, the Big Boss Man had the hardest theme song in pro wrestling. He carries a big stick. He carries a big stick, a ball and chain too. Big Boss Man is in this game, yes. You know who's not in this game though? Buddy Murphy, and I thought he was. So it was really weird to me to not see him in this game. Hey, we get to see the television title tonight. So that's hype. So we're going to go ahead and get this show started so we can get straight. So this match is actually the main event of the the Shockwave we just watched. So I'm going to get this started right now. We can go straight to this title match. He carries a big stick.
Welcome everybody, as you're looking live at a sold-out arena ready to kick things off tonight. Scores will be settled, bodies will be broken,
All right.
and dominance will be established.
Bret the Hitman Hart, the winner of the television title. It's main event time on NGW Shockwave because Buddy Murphy, I gotta look at my rankings because I think he's number 1 ranked right now. Is he not? No, Penta is number 1 ranked. The number 3 ranked Buddy Murphy. Only reason why Pentagon didn't get this match over Buddy Murphy is the fact that Pentagon already had a title match. So Pentagon has to earn his, as does Rollins, because Rollins lost to Bret Hart. Rollins is actually 2-1. I don't know why it shows he's 2-0, because he lost to Bret. Wow, they kind of have his theme song in this game, but not really. He comes out like Booker T. I like it. There's Buddy Murphy, the number 3 ranked wrestler in the world. He's racked up some wins. He's caught the attention of the NGW matchmakers, and they put him in this main event spot against Bret the Hitman Hart, the NGW Television Champion, defeating CM Punk at NGW Year 1. And this is going to be a fantastic main event. Television title on the line. And don't forget, next week's Shockwave, another main event to continue to etch out this television title picture. Seth Rollins and Pentagon meet one-on-one. And the winner of that match, according to the NGW brass, made official, the winner of Rollins and Pentagon will go on to challenge the television champion at NGW Uncensored. Now that is going to be a big pay-per-view. The first pay-per-view after NGW Year 1. It's going to be one you don't want to miss. And there, okay, let's take a look at the television title. I gotta see this television title. Oh, look at it. And there it is, the new television title. These belts crafted after NGW Year 1. The yellow strap gone, replaced with red. And we wanted our television title we wanted to follow that Japanese rule, that black and red strap. The number 2 title in the company. Held by one of the best wrestlers in the world. And how about that match between Bret Hart and CM Punk at Year 1? They went to war with each other. That was Punk's hand-pick opponent. Remember the Champion's Choice rule. Punk got to choose his opponent. And he chose Bret Hart, and Bret Hart came out on top. That sharpshooter causing the Punk not tapping out, but passing out from the pain. Bret Hart wins the championship, and tonight defending it against Buddy Murphy. He refers to himself as Australia's elite. Thinks he's one of the top wrestlers in the world, and how can you disagree? Number 3 on the rankings right now. He's number 3 in the world.
Introducing the champion from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in
And Bret Hart staring
135 pounds,
Buddy Murphy down.
the television champion.
The NGW television title on the line in this match. This is a big fight, Phil. And you know, Pentagon and Seth Rollins in preparing for next week's Shockwave to determine the #1 contender for that title. You know, they're looking at this match, wondering who are they going to face in Chicago at Uncensored. But before we even get there, they got to take out each other. Rollins and Pentagon for the first time ever. NGW Shockwave main event next week. But let's get it going. Television title on the line tonight. And the bell sounds. Bret Hart locking up with Buddy, backs Buddy into the turnbuckle. Bret Hart looking to take control of this grapple, and referee, seen enough, breaks it up, splits them up. Clean break. Bret Hart always fights with honor, fights with class, and Buddy Murphy just able to get those diverse kicks out of the way, taking control of Bret. No, Bret steps over what looked like a scoop slam and gets Buddy Murphy with a back suplex. And Bret Hart, an expert technician, a scientific wrestler, a wrestler's wrestler. You know he's going to be looking to make that climb, because you don't forget, we do have Clash of Champions coming up. The one time of the year where the television champion does challenge for the world title. You know Bret Hart, he's eyeing that moment, going to try to hold on to that title for as long as possible, but a gut buster from Buddy Murphy. And a big body splash from Bret Hart. He gets a pin off of it. Only a 1 count.
He's not giving up that easy.
And Buddy Murphy runs right into an elbow from Bret Hart.
Slow down a bit here. He looks to be a little surprised.
Arm drag from Buddy with the counter. And Buddy throws a kick to the chest, just catching Bret Hart off guard.
Well, this certainly escalated in a hurry. I don't think
And Bret Hart able to get out of that grapple from Buddy. Buddy not able to really make anything happen. Bret able to get some elbows, breaks the grapple. Buddy blocks a kick forearm. Murphy looking really good in this match. Kick to the back.
too confident, only to be picked off in the end.
Murphy just continuing to work that arm, dropping a knee right on the elbow. Been referring to himself as Australia's elite in NGW, and he's going to show that here tonight against Bret Hart. The excellence of execution. The Hitman just gets speared and falls to the outside. Buddy just being aggressive in this match, and that's what you have to do if you're going to beat a guy like Bret Hart. Stay on top of him. Okay, I really do like the fact that the AI tries to stay in the ring in this match. They're not playing. They go outside and they immediately run right back in. Big bicycle knee that catches Bret Hart flush. And this could be it for Bret Hart. Bret Hart could be an early night. Murphy's Law already.
This might be it. Oh my. Can he finish the job?
And a 2 count. Bret gets the shoulder up. And Buddy just continues the attack. Another pump handle and a patella brainbuster. Buddy's just looking top notch in this match, but eats an arm drag and a beautiful drop kick from Bret. Bret weathered the early storm from Buddy Murphy and is now in control of this match.
He has the ability to turn it on in a heartbeat.
Irish whip from Bret. Buddy Murphy in the corner. And Bret, looking at our Twitter, we're looking at Twitter posts, and someone says Bret Hart, an uncanny resemblance to Pulp Fiction John Travolta, as Bret comes down with an elbow across the forehead, leg hook for a pin. And only a 2 count. 1 pinfall apiece between both men. This is a tie game as far as I'm concerned. Jawbreaker from Buddy Murphy. Murphy playing possum and drops Bret with a leg lariat. Bret rolls outside of the ring to recover, and Murphy on the top rope. What's he got planned here? Murphy off the top, X-handle smash, and Bret blocks it. But Murphy fires back with a chop. Bret fires back with one of his own. They're exchanging strikes outside of the ring. Front row getting a very up-close and personal view of this match. Look at the counters. Murphy wins the exchange with a sweep.
He's clearly outmatched outside the ring, guys.
And just demanding that Bret get up and get back in the ring, and Bret gonna acquiesce. Bret never backed down from a challenge. Just that sweep catching him off guard, and that's okay, because Bret says, I have a sweep of my own, let's go to Russia. Dropping Buddy Murphy with a Russian leg sweep. And he just double leg, and there it is, the sharpshooter. Sharpshooter locked in. But Murphy just rose through. The strength of Murphy, able to power out of that sharpshooter and fires the forearm and a body uppercut. And Bret catches the kick. And a high knee. And Murphy has that scouted arm drag, gains control of this match again in a big strike that knocks Bret down. Bret, kick to the midsection. What's Murphy got planned here? Beautiful brain buster, gets every last bit of it. And Murphy thinks it's time. Finish this match with a pin. Yikes, we're rematching that. We're gonna have Bret Hart throw the show. That match went super quick. I can't believe Buddy won it in that fashion. We're gonna say, I'm gonna throw a bone to you, Cash, because I don't want my titles changing hands like that. We're gonna say you threw the shoulder up. GM coming in says Bret Hart threw the shoulder. Shoulder up. Bret gets the shoulder up, and he kicks out of that braid buster, and the match still going. And Buddy tries for a leg lariat. Bret blocks it, but Buddy with the knee, another leg lariat misses, comes up short, and Bret with a stomp to the back of the head misses a kick. Murphy and Bret have each other scouted, elbows from Bret Hart. What a competitive television title match this has been. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pad matches. So title matches, when they go short like that, I'm restarting. I'm saying it was a kick out. We're gonna give these guys an extra, whatever, 5-6 minutes to go. Murphy just all over Bret. We could have a new television champion here tonight, but Bret counters. Murphy just like, my God, what a form. Murphy's just all over Bret Hart in this match, but Hart hits him with a cross body block. Dude, Bret Hart got that damn sharpshooter in, and Murphy like laughed it off. Like Bret only had that thing in for 2 minutes before Murphy had, not like 2 seconds before Murphy just like, I'm out. Bret back in control of this match. I saw that shadow. And now Bret going to work on the leg. He knows that Buddy Murphy's kicks, those kicks have been a big story in this match. And so Bret now choosing to go to work on the legs. And that's not a bad decision. Murphy placing Bret Hart on those ropes. And look at that, just draping him. Knocking Bret Hart back. What a main event this has been for Shockwave. And a big elbow from Murphy. Murphy's just on Bret Hart's cap right now. My God. No cap. Murphy drops a knee on the shin of Bret. Murphy continues going to work. And a big knee that just drops Bret Hart. Hart is out. Hart is out. Dude, I don't think Buddy has a 98 rating. Bret has a 100 rating. He's just getting dominated. A 2 count. Buddy can't believe that Bret Hart somehow got out of that. What's Buddy Murphy got planned here? No, Bret Hart fire with those right hands. Kick blocked. Irish whip sends Buddy into the corner. Bret Hart's really going to have to throw everything at Buddy Murphy to keep this belt. Running Bulldog gets it. And now Bret on the middle rope. Off with an elbow. And there's the pinfall. And Bret Hart retains the television title over Buddy Murphy in what was a competitive match. And even though, despite losing, Buddy Murphy looked like a game player. He's gonna be a major He's a major player in this company. Well, he just took it to Bret Hart in this match.
And here's the last piece of the puzzle.
Bret just, that's the thing about Bret. He can win from any way, any angle. And he does it tonight. He puts Buddy Murphy away in the main event of Shockwave, keeping that television title. There's the first successful title defense for Bret Hart. He holds that television title proudly in the air. And he knows what's coming up at NGW Uncensored. Bret Hart will be defending that title against Seth Rollins or Penta L0M, and that match will happen next week on Shockwave. That's all for us tonight, folks. I'm Bad Guy Maddox. Thank you for watching Shockwave. We will see you next Monday.